All right, our next comic coming to stage goes by one name and one name only. Please give it up for Freeman! All right, thank you very much. So it is a great time that we live in right now. I don't know if you know this. It's not with all the internet and the technology and all the cool things that we have here. But it's a great time because a couple months ago, it was determined that the dad bod is the sexiest thing out there. Yeah, how about that, sweetheart? Huh? How you like that? I thought it would be great for me. I really did, but it's not quite the case. I've been sporting the dad bod since I was in junior high. I've had the dad bod since before I had kids, which is probably a good sign and probably the way you want to do it, right? I actually lost about 18 pounds recently, running from a bunch of crazy women, so I'm a little less dad bod than I used to have. But we all know they're all crazy, so that's okay. I'm just kidding about the women thing. Losing weight. I haven't really lost weight. Although I got to tell you, I should be getting more ass than a public toilet, but that's not the case either. I am a happily divorced man. Anyone divorced? No? Good? All right, somebody's divorced. Congratulations. Yes, it's a happily divorced man. I found out after I got divorced what my ex-wife was looking for. She wasn't looking for a sugar daddy. She was looking for a sugar granddaddy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, she's whatever. It is what it is. I have two great kids from my first ex-wife. My kids are 16 and 18. I have one of each. A smart one and a stupid one. I'm just kidding. They're both pretty smart most of the time, and sometimes it switches back and forth. One's not so smart, and sometimes the other one is. If you have toddlers, my kids are 196 and 212 months old. So that's how parents of toddlers keep track of their kids. My son turned 18. He's 18 and a half. He started driving when he was 17. I tried to postpone that as long as I could because I used to watch him play Mario Kart. And I took him out driving one time, and he's just kind of leaning to the right a little bit and going to the right. I'm like, hey, bud, there's a curve, there's a curve, there's a curve, there's a curve. He's like, where? Right there. Swear back to the left. My daughter's going through all the driver ed stuff right now. I'm a little concerned for the people she goes with because she, too, used to play Mario Kart when she was young. All right, so we live in an interesting time again. A lot of people are concerned about everything that's, all the people and all the immigrants that are coming over from Mexico. But I think we should really just import two things from Mexico. I think we should import tequila and siestas. Now, I've had a couple of bad experiences with tequila, but I've never had a bad experience with a siesta. I've got this down where I can take an 8-minute nap in my car, and I can wake up and have no idea when I wake up, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So we have, as the last gentleman just mentioned, we have just finished Pride Month. Did anyone go in and did anyone go to Boston when they had the Pride Parade a couple weekends ago? You got hung up in traffic just like me, right?
Yeah.
The traffic sucked that day. I got to tell you, I'm really not concerned about the issue of the LGBT folks. I don't have any foreskin in the game, so I'm not really concerned about it. That's all right, but thank you. Right. I can't really say that I'm against homosexuality. I really don't care. It's the way I feel about it. I don't care about homosexuality because I like watching girl-on-girl porn. And you can't say you're against it if you watch girl-on-girl porn. So, however, if you watch guy-on-guy porn, well, that shit's just gay. I've been a band teacher for 25 years. I've been a band teacher for. You don't recognize me, do you? God, please say no. So I've been a band teacher for a long time. I think kids are getting a lot more dyslexic than they used to be because there's only one way you're supposed to hold an instrument, and you put your left hand on one spot and your right hand on the other spot. And kids will always, when they get their hands mixed up, I'll say, put your left hand here, and they'll put their right hand there. And a lot of times what most people do is they'll say, I meant your, what? Your other right hand, or your other left hand. And inevitably kid will say, well, I only have one left hand. And that's when I want to grab them and shake them and say, but that's the one that I'm talking about. So kids will also, they've discovered that if you take your left hand and you stick up your pointer finger and your thumb, it actually makes an L. And when they tell me this, I like to say, if you take your left hand, that's your left hand. That's the one that we're trying to get you to use here. But I don't have any room to talk because when I was young, I used to put TGIF on my shoes. You guys know what TGIF stands for?
They got it Friday.
I'm close. For me, it stood for toes go in first. All right, well, listen, my time's up. Thank you guys very much.
Give it up for Freeman, everybody! Or as I like to call them, shades. Love that you kept them on top of your head the whole time. It's like you're going to catch a fly ball at any moment.